next question is, what would be the best way to introduce the culture to our children?
Okay, what would be the best way to introduce IFA to children? Okay, I've been to seminars and I've been to different workshops, and I always let a lot of people understand that, you see, to introduce IFA to the new world or even to our children, we must be able to put them in games. A lot of these things can be put in games for the child, for the children. They need it. They need it. Games have to come along for them, number one. Then we must also be able to put them in cartoons. Children love cartoons. Instead of watching Disney and white, Caucasian deities alone, why not we create our own forms of Disney? And if we cannot do that, we can actually partner with Disney, put our script out there, and they should portray the Orishas in a form of cartoon forms for our children. All these things will help enhance IFA development, and so it introduce IFA to our children at a very younger age. They are going to appreciate it. And also, we should also put a lot of this Orisha in a doll form for our children. Instead of making use of just white dolls everywhere, they can be in forms of Songo, Oshun, YEMOJA dolls. All these things can be in dolls. It's the way of introducing ORISHAS to our children. All these things help them. Games. They love games. They love games. There are varieties of ways to introduce IFA in games. The ODIFA, the 16 ODIFA can be in game forms. It's going to help the child to remember a Jugbe of Meiji, the 16. They can be able to okay, so all these things can be incorporated. So the game, the cartoon, the dolls, it's very much important, basically. And we should not forget that as parents, we have to be teaching them this IFA also. Even if it's just a joke that teach them how to recognize the sign of a joke at home. Be their teacher. You are their first teacher, definitely. So you have to be able, at least, let them know one or two things about it. It's very much important. So basically, introducing the IFA culture to children start with these things I just mentioned. Thank you so much. Appreciated.
Hi, I'm Julius Hall, President and CEO of ATR and Our Black Media. I'm very happy to inform all of our viewers and members that my self-published books are now available. Crossing the Line is my autobiography, and The Journey is my life work of poetry. Both are available now by contacting us at ATR or Our Black Media at the information you see on the screen. We also have some amazing new content coming up in 2024. We have several new animated series and a few new live shows to share with you. But while you're waiting on that, make sure you check out our magazines on our website and subscribe to help us in bringing all this amazing content and information to our community and to the world. By the summer of this year, we hope to have our new digital radio station up and running. So stay tuned and follow us as we soar to new heights in this information technology arena. Remember, subscribe to our website for a very special price to receive our materials. And then order my books. Money back guaranteed if you don't like it. Thank you, and I hope to greet you soon.
Are you interested in IFA and Orisha spirituality? Are you seeking enlightenment? Then you will want to order a copy of the phenomenal book IFA, the Enlightenment. Ifa is an ancient spirituality and way of life for the Yoruba people of southwest Nigeria and among all original Africans that have gone beyond the shore of the African continent and has now become a global spirituality for many people. You don't want to miss out on this great opportunity to read this profound writing on Ifa and Orisha spirituality, for no one else has done such a remarkable work. Ifa, the Enlightenment, is a book that brings light to the core of Ifa and Orisha systems and seeks to enlighten humanity, to awaken seekers from the deep sleep of deceit. This book is for all seekers of Ifa and Orisha spirituality around the world. The information therein is to lead them upward to the light of Olodumare, the grand architect of the universe. Every seeker of enlightenment, regardless of culture, traditions and norms, race or creed, is fully recognized. The book speaks and focuses on the spirit of man, not the physical cloak. We recognize all truth among all humanity and uphold them. We are one. Order for your copy now on Amazon.
Julius Hall and his magazine staff has been deceiving the black community with fake news about me. I'm going to personally come to Savannah. I'm going to build the wall around ATR Media Group, and Julius Hall is going to pay for it. No matter how much fake news he spreads about me in his magazine, I will still be the president in the next election. Thank you, everyone. One more thing. Once I'm reelected, Charlie Brown will have his mouth duct taped. And for Bernard, America Brown, from now on, I'll be having the FBI watching him in the strip clubs. And then we will tax those dollars that he's been making it rain with. And as for Dr. Jamal, he's about to be ancient history. Now, folks, this is a guy who calls himself Mr. Black History. Gullah Geechee, my ass. And that damn NASA girl. I'm about to take her to the moon and leave her there. And I also have something for that Robert Bryant guy. I will have him frying fish at Shabazz restaurant. And the last two on my list, Uncle Sean and Aunt Tiffany, they will be servants in the White House kitchen. And when it's all said and done, I'm gonna crush the rabbit.
Donald Trump, I'm here. Say what the hell you want to say now to me face to face. I'm here.
My book is titled The Orishas Within You. And within this book, I'll be going over 14 of the most popular Orishas. I'll be going over their energy and how their energy relates to you. You'll also notice that there's poetry and there's some beautiful, colorful pictures, which means they're not only for adults, but this book is also child-friendly. And just to give a brief overview of the Orishas that you will come across in this book, you'll see Shango, Oya, Ogun, Oshun, YEMOJA, Eshu, Ochosi, Olokun, Ajay, Obanani, Aja, Osane, Obatala, and Orumula. This book is available on Amazon, Kindle, and Audible. The Orishas Within You. Order your copy today, not tomorrow.
Before you walked on land, you were a fish in YEMOJA's waters. Your body is filled with her breast milk, so she'll always be a part of you. She controls the top half of the waters in the ocean. As you swim to her surface, your fins turn into arms and your tail turned into legs. When you were ready for land, she used her tail, creating the biggest wave to push you out of the water. The surface of the water is her vagina that you came out of. When you first came out of her waters, it was very uncomfortable. You couldn't walk or talk, but you knew how to suck on her breast milk. She provided enough breast milk to last you throughout your human lifetime. The love YEMOJA has for you is nurturing and protective. She used your birth mother as a vehicle to express her love to you. Your grandmother, aunt, or any other mother figure is used as well. Have you ever heard a woman say, "I dreamt of fish last night"? That means someone close to them is pregnant. The same way dolphins use sonar to send signals, YEMOJA uses her sonar to send signals letting the family know that you're on your way. Being one with your YEMOJA energy, you'll experience many transformations/deaths. Throughout your human experience, no matter if you're male or female, as you become a parent, you'll take on her energy. If you're a mother, you'll take on her nurturing and protective energy for your babies. As a father, you'll take on her protective energy, not just for the babies, but also a protector for the mother of the babies. We're going to go over two of YEMOJA's energies that are within you: transformation/death and protective instance. Let's first start with transformation/death. Usually when we think of death, we think about it in a negative way. This is another form of transformation. You've died many deaths before coming out of the womb, and you'll die plenty more deaths before going back to the tomb. Those deaths are the process of your transformation. Each transformation/death can be very scary because you're entering the unknown. You were once a sperm cell living inside of your father's testicles. This once was your life. As you adapted to that life, you became comfortable. Up to that point, the environment is all you knew. Then one day, your father would mate with your mother. You were forced out of the environment that you've grown accustomed to just to enter a new environment. From the bottom area of your father, you were inserted into the bottom area of your mother. You were entering the unknown. Your Olusegun controls the unknown. That's why in the picture above, you'll see her at the bottom. She controls the bottom half of the ocean. The bottom of your father and mother is where the transformation took place. Olusegun controls the bottom of the ocean, where that transformation took place between your parents. Your Olusegun guides you to the egg. You and 999,000 others will enter the tube, but you're one of the 200 that will make it to the egg. As each one of you is trying to get through, YEMOJA is watching from the other side. She'll make her decision of which one she'll choose to let through. She handpicks the one who she feels is the most capable of taking on this human experience. When she made her final decision, she chose you. You are her chosen one. Out of 400,000, you were the most qualified. Beating out the others means you received your first victory before your human body was even formed. As you were pulled through the egg, you were going through another transformation/death. Just like the last transformation/death, this one is also scary. Now you're entering a new life, but this time you're all alone. The other 400,000 cannot come with you. As you make it through, YEMOJA is waiting for you with open arms. From there, you'll lay in her warm waters as your body transforms. As you develop arms, legs, organs, skin, hair, and facial features, you're going through another transformation/death. Your form has changed permanently, and you'll never be able to go back to what you once were. Once your life is completed in the womb, that's when your next transformation/death takes place. This time, the bottom of the ocean and the top waters collide, as YEMOJA and Olusegun assist you through your transformation/death. The bottom of the ocean is the vagina, and the top part of the waters is where you exit. The ocean floor had to rise to push you out of the water. As you enter this new world, the last one is gone forever. This one is very scary. Now you're making the transition of breathing water to breathing oxygen. Once you took the first breath, you were no longer a water breather. As the umbilical cord is cut, your food supply will now enter through your mouth and not your stomach. Now receiving food requires effort on your part as you suck the milk that's provided to you through your mouth. That's one thing you don't have to be taught. You already know how to do it. Your body is filled with 70% water, the same as the earth is 70% water. The water that you are made of is the YEMOJA that lives within you, along with the other water Orishas, but YEMOJA covers the largest areas. From infant to old age, you'll receive plenty of transformation/deaths. Growth, aging, and maturity are some, just to name a few. Growth. You'll go through the stages of infancy, toddler, childhood, teen, young adult, middle age, and old age. As you reach each stage, your body will go through changes that can't naturally be reversed. Aging. Every 11 months, something changes about your appearance. Our hair will start off as its natural color until our body can no longer produce chlorophyll. Then our hair starts to turn white or gray. As our hair follicles clog, some of us will go bald. Our skin will loosen as it takes on blemishes and wrinkles. Our physical appearance can take on certain natural reversals depending on what you put in your bodies. But there are certain reversals that we can never go back to. Maturity. From infancy to old age, we'll encounter many levels of consciousness as each one gets higher and higher. No matter how young some of us may try to act, as we become older, our levels of consciousness is instilled inside of us. As you take your last breath of air, as a human, you'll enter a transformation/death called the spiritual realm. Just like the other two forms of life you live, as a water breather and an air breather, the spiritual realm also has its own levels of transformation/death. Now let's get into protective instincts. When you are in your YEMOJA energy, protective instincts is something that's inside of you. Let's say you have a spouse and 2 children. It doesn't matter if you're male or female. That YEMOJA energy is still within you. Let's go over some examples of the mother and father's protective instincts. We'll start off with the mother's side. A mother establishes a bond with her baby before birth. Their relationship starts when the baby is still in the womb. The father's relationship with the baby starts at birth. Now, back to our example. If you're a female, then picture yourself as the mother. If you're a male, then picture yourself as the husband. You have 2 children and a husband. Being one with your YEMOJA energy, your first thoughts were survival before having children. You made sure you found a husband who was capable of taking care of his fatherly and husbandly duties. As the 2 of you had children, you took care of the nurturing of the babies. You made sure the babies were fed, diapers were changed, and you showered them with hugs and kisses. When they had nightmares in the middle of the night, you came to the rescue. You comfort them until they fall back to sleep. If an emergency occurred, you would make sure your babies eat, even if you don't eat. If anyone came to harm your babies, you would risk your life to save theirs. During times of intimacy with your husband, if your baby started crying, you would end the intimacy session and tend to your baby. Your husband wasn't happy, but in your YEMOJA energy, your first thought was your baby. Now let's get into an example from the father's side. If you're a male, then picture yourself as the father. If you're a female, then picture yourself as the wife. As a father in your YEMOJA energy, you provide protection. You also provide protection through your Ogun and Shango energy as well. What separates her from Ogun and Shango is the protective energy that you have through her comes in the form of teaching. Some examples are teaching your daughter how to change a tire just in case she gets a flat. Showing your son how to unclog a garbage disposal by sticking the end of a broomstick in the drain and moving it around until it works again. or teaching your wife how to use a gun just in case you're not around and an intruder breaks in. As a father in your YEMOJA energy, you enjoy teaching your family how to survive just in case you're not around to do certain things. Every time you fix something around a house that's beneficial to your family, you feel heroic, like a hero that just saved the day. As a father in your YEMOJA energy, you will get up and go to a job that you hate just to make sure your children and wife have the things that they need. Sometimes at night, when everyone is sleeping, you'll look around at your children, your wife, and your environment, then smile knowing that everyone is okay. In your YEMOJA energy, your protective instincts is more about teaching than fighting.
Welcome to our website, which means you are now in the zone of Black power, Black excellence, and Black greatness. We hitting you upside the head with 4, not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 of the best Black magazines that you'll ever read. We ain't sugarcoating nothing, and we ain't holding anything back. We talk about Black problems, Black solutions, Black history, Black awareness, and Black businesses. Now, if you take a closer look on this page, you'll notice that there's a subscribe button. And subscribe buttons do not subscribe themselves. Now, we're not asking for much, but we're asking for something. So, if you really want to know how graphic the race riots were in America, hit that subscribe button. If you want to know which African country is lifting its visa restrictions for people who look like us, hit that subscribe button. Black railroads, Black cowboys, Black miners, Black leaders. Learn more. Hit that subscribe button. Why is the Chinese colonizing Africa? What are the politicians doing with our Black dollars? Why did the United States government stop Martin Luther King and Malcolm X from forming an alliance? What were some of the all-Black towns that were flooded and then put underwater? If you want to know the answer to those questions, hit the subscribe button. Now, I know what you're thinking. Is it worth it? You know how back in the day when you liked a girl in school and you had the yes box and the no box? Well, we just gonna check the yes box because it's worth it. Now hit that button and subscribe. You still here? What are you waiting for? Reparations? Well, we talk about that too. So hit the subscribe button. Here at ATR Media Group, we provide magazine publications for our community, by our community, about our community. And in our magazines, we'll go over Black problems, Black solutions, Black history, Black businesses, Black cars, Black shirts, Black shoes. Minus the last 3. I was just joking. But in addition to Hello Atlanta, Hello Savannah, Port City Review, we also have Hello Jacksonville, and my personal favorite, Hello Africa. These magazines are available for you to read online, or you can order a copy. But whatever you decide to do, do it today, not tomorrow.